Good morning, Staff Tribe. It is a beautiful, cold morning, and I have farm puppies with me. Hi, y'all. So it's the first morning doing chores with them out, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they don't lose it with me in the pen with the goats and Dolly. Fingers crossed. I think everything will be fine. They respect it pretty well. But I'm also going to show you all this fence, because there's no better time than bright and early when the sun's rising or right when the sun's setting to really get the beauty of something. All right. Old pupsters. Old pupsters. Should be interesting. And Rusty's going to the gate right now. Rusty. Okay. Good boy. Turn around. Rusty. Oh, Dolly said you better back up, sir. Good morning. Come on, Dolly. Leave him alone. Come on, Dolly. Rusty. Dolly. Come on, Dolly. Rusty. Dolly, come on. Dolly, come on. That's so good, did it, Russ? You learned today. You learned today. Okay, that went swimmingly well. And I hope I caught on camera Rusty getting stung by the electrical fence. Like my previous video, I'm glad he did, because now he knows. And he was very far away from the fence after he did that. You're okay, aren't you, buddy? Where you at? There you are. See, you're okay, aren't you? But it was a good enough shock to be like, I won't do that again. I mean, have you seen a better picture? Xena still. All right, super simple chores are done. And I'm not gonna go over crazy detail to bore you to death, but a lot of people have shown interest on wanting to build a fence. So I actually wanted to show what ours looks like and what we got. So if you're interested, you know what you'll get and what it should look like. First off, the grand entrance. So because it's shut down so hard, it would have made the fence look bad. So Jody had a great idea to do this wooding fencing, and it makes for kind of a pretty grand entrance, trying to doll it up a little bit. Just a standard gate, but it has the wire on the bottom that you can see there, instead of just like the old red one over there that has just the hose. That way the dogs can't stick their head through. If a goat got loose, they can't either. So it works just like any other fencing, but it is beautiful. It's a very pretty entrance. All right, the fencing itself, they did H-posts for all of our corners or anytime the fence turns, basically. We use the sheep and goat fencing. So as you can tell, very small squares. And then they ran a line of barbed wire across the top, one line everywhere. So here's the thing about sheep and goat fence, it's gonna cost you more. Now, the only reason that's gonna cost you more is because the tinier squares require more metal. More metal requires more money. But the reason you want to do that if you have smaller animals, especially goats that have horns, is because they cannot get their head in there, well, not easily at least, and get their horns caught and start ripping your fencing out. The normal cattle fencing is too big of a square and they could easily get their head in, but they're going to struggle to get it out. On the back side of the property, about where the little white house is and the barn, we also have a gate right in the driveway. This one's a 16-foot gate because they had more room to spread out. The one in the front's 14-foot due to just constraints on that hillside. But it's the same setup and it's really pretty. I think it's nice. Even if the house wasn't there, I'd want a gate there so we could access the back side of the property. Now, one thing I asked them to do, well, actually they did and told me about it, but I completely agreed with them, is this gate is unlevel. It slopes down this way just a tad. Reason for that is to keep my bottom low. If it was level, it would have been such a high kicked up here that something could have slid under it. And this fence, I tell you, it just goes as far as the eye can see. Y'all heard me talk about the water line was here. Jody and team did a great job to make sure that they didn't bust any water lines, and that they also gave me what I wanted. Like, it's just awesome. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is some of that attention to detail. You'll notice every post has been chainsawed off at a slope. The reason he does that is quite genius, and it makes complete sense, but when you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, that's just for looks. No, it's not. If they're flat on top, over time that water puddles on the top, and it'll eventually rot from the top down. So he does that little swipe on the top to make the water run off. The only thing I gotta do is either get some Flex Seal or something on the top to make sure that exposed wood doesn't get soaked. But attention to detail, he did that for every single post we have. And so everything is completely fenced in. I'm tickled to death, Jen's tickled to death. It's just great. You know, in all these clips, you've seen dogs just running around. They're having a blast. But this isn't it. This isn't like fencing's done, move on. We also got to start doing some interior fencing. So like where we're walking over in here, there's going to be a lot of garden area. Dogs don't like to really respect that very much, and they like to trample through it. So, you know, we're going to have the garden or fence in the garden area. The petting zoo where the electrical fence is, eventually, I would like to make an actual petting zoo. So we need to get permanent fencing up on the interior of that around the barn. So the list always continues, but this was a ginormous win. So if you've been contemplating fencing, hopefully some of the information I just gave you will help you in making a decision on what you want. Like I said, I highly recommend sheep goat fencing, even if you don't have goats. It keeps smaller animals in, period. Cattle fence is just too big of squares. I like the H post. I love the wood entrance, so maybe request that. And then good luck after that.
Okay, y'all, so Uncle Jed just got here, and we had a bunch of stuff waiting at our old P.O. box that we gave him the key, and he was able to go get. And so thank you all for everything that you sent, the birthday cards to Jen, different stuff like that. Like, it was awesome. We even got like a canning mat that was hand knitted, and just, you all are amazing. We do have a new P.O. box. It's listed down below in the description if you are interested. No longer send to the Frankfurt one because we're trying not to go back there as much as possible. But I received something. First off, this is not a review video whatsoever. They didn't email me. They didn't ask me if I would review anything. They just sent it because they actually watch us. Sweetest letter in the world. And I've never even heard of the company until they sent this. So first off, thank you. So the company's called Coast. They do lights, different kind of lights. They sent me a like garage work light, which is amazing. They sent a bunch of keychain lights, and then they sent this guy. And so I don't know what the brand is. I know I've seen a lot of reviews of a certain light. I think we got hit up one time. I can't remember the brand, but it's a popular one that people give reviews on. But it's so good, and for our specific needs and being so dark on our property, I just had to show y'all. Just, you know, out of curiosity, if y'all are interested, it's called Coast. See if I can get that to focus in. Yeah, it's called Coast, whatever. But it's really cool. So it has 2 rechargeable batteries that come with it, plus one that actually takes just regular batteries if you want it. And it zooms in and out. So you get a close span and a long span that focuses in. And I want to show you all just because it's nighttime and I thought it'd be cool.
All right, yeah, I got you set up out here. You can see those lights, that's the barn. So I'm going to start with the near radius light. So that is near radius. And now let's focus it in. Look at that, y'all. So now, if anybody ever decided to get out, I can see. Isn't that cool? It is one impressive stinking light. Crazy enough, I didn't even know this was happening. I came in here and I was like, Jen, I'm going to show people this light because I really like it. I think it's really cool. And it's exciting me. She's like, well, actually, they gave a discount code. And I know this sounds like a review video, but it's not. I didn't even know they was going to do that either. But they gave us one. So if you've never bought from Coast, HS10. So Henry Stivers 10 for 10% off on your first order. Hotel Sierra 10. You got veteran Jed over here. Give me the right Coast to give you all. But Hotel Sierra 10, it gives you 10% off your first order. And like I said, look at that.
It is quite awesome. And I've never had a good flashlight, so you can see my excitement in me. I don't care if you buy it or not. I'm just letting you know I like it. And if you want it, you can get 10% off. I should have mentioned, this is called an HP 10R, if you were curious. And you wanted this one specifically. Huh? Oh, it does strobe. That is nice. Yeah. There you go. If you're wanting to have a strobe light party.
Okay.
Oh, it smells so good.
Third cup of vegetable.
What y'all making?
Brownies.
Brownies.
Extra chocolate.
Oh.
Brown. Good job.
Let me see what it looks like. Making it.
And 1 egg.
Okay, I do the egg. Me too. Oh. Can I do the egg? Oh, that's why we were doing so. That's why we were doing so many eggs.
So you're gonna crack it just one time, and then try not to get any shell in it. Might have to do it again. There you go. Use your fingers and crack. What?
I was like, bam! Oh, did someone do little teeth?
Okay.
That's how boy checked it. I did. Yeah. Oh, the special is the best part. Yeah, then we get to lick it.
All right.
Four. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, it smells amazing.
Chocolatey goodness.
I'm like in heaven right now. 2 times.
What would you rather have, brownies or just the batter?
Both. Yeah. Mm. My turn.
Goodness.
Wow.
Yum. All right, one more lick each. Yummy.
Daddy wants some. Hey, easy now.
Ah!
Wow, did you just do that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, son.
All right, now I'm gonna cook them. I'll think when they're done, okay?
Okay.
Oven.
Wow, I just took it. Yeah, you just took it impossible when you like.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
All right, 8x8 glass.
How do you get out?
We gotta wait 43 minutes, my gosh. Hey, what you doing, babe?
Okay, so we got a little action. There's some bubbles, but regardless, it's been 12 hours. So I'm gonna discard half of it, and then I'm gonna do the exact same thing all over again, mix it up, and then check it in another 12 hours. But it's 1/4 cup of water. No, that's not right. What was the recipe? Whatever I said to do that. I doubled it.
It was 1/2 cup of water and I can't remember the flour.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out.
All right, 3/4 cup of flour.
Oops.
And 1/2 cup of water. Then we're gonna stir it together really, really good. Cover it, and then put it back for another 12 hours.
Meanwhile, the brownies are cooling off and the kids are pumped. What, Ray? Really, now he says what? He's asked us it done 2 million times. I think.
The brownie's done?
Yeah, come on. Okay, so we didn't do a Christmassy event, but we did make brownies. Yeah, and they helped me make them. I wanted to record it, didn't happen. But are you excited? Brownies?
Yeah. I just think we wasn't too much.
I think you're more excited than the kids.
I don't want some. A little red.
You don't have to eat the whole tray.
Oh, hot.
Oh my god. Just came out of the oven. Are they good though? How about the box brownies? Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll make them from scratch.
Oh my gosh, that was so hot.
How is it bad?
It wasn't bad, it was hot. I don't have the top of my mouth on work. Oh, what a day. It's been a long one. So you got to see the fence. I hope that was helpful for you all, understanding a little bit more of the specifics on exactly what we used. A couple things I didn't mention earlier. It's woven wire, not welded. You don't want to use welded wire. It's not going to stretch. And then also we will watch. We might have to run a bottom electric on each side, depending on if things want to dig. So we'll just see how things go.
Yeah, it was a busy day. Did a lot of things. I'm a person with high anxiety. I don't like to do anything by myself, which is why we do everything together. But I had to go to the grocery by myself today, which is not just a grocery trip. I have to go to multiple places because not one
USA.
store has what I need. So yeah, I got a lot of things, did a lot of that. It was about a 3-hour event, 3-hour trip, even though it's literally 5 minutes from our house.
Right.
Got it done. The kids requested spaghetti for dinner. Did that, and then we made brownies together, so that was nice.
Yep, and Uncle Jed's here, and it's just been a really good day, and we are excited to roll into the weekend, and then Thanksgiving next week.
That's right.
That's right. Oh, and we forgot to mention, so you caught it on here. Hopefully I didn't edit it out. But you saw her with the phone with the kids. So make sure you're following us on Instagram and all of our different social media things, because not everything is just on this camera.
That's right.
We do a lot of stories on YouTube, a lot of stories on Instagram and Facebook to give you some more behind the scenes stuff that we got going on.
Yeah, very cool. Trying to be more active on social media.
Yep. And all of our social media is down in the description and the show notes below, so make sure you go check them out.
That's right.
All right, yeah, if you haven't subscribed to this one though, make sure to do so right now.
We love you.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.